do want to currently go to New York, where I'm joined by Noah Fay, a Columbia University student, on that very topic that Avi Pasner just brought up. What is the feeling currently on campus? Have there been attacks, more attacks, I should say, on Jewish students? And have you personally felt or been targeted?
Thank you so much for having me. Absolutely. The situation on campus has been horrendous when it comes to situations of anti-Semitism. I mean, what we are seeing is just as you all were saying, we have never seen this before, certainly not in the context of my generation and on our college campuses, which have previously been, especially I'm an undergraduate at Barnard College, which is one of the 4 undergraduate schools of Columbia University. We are particularly known for our sororal, uplifting, empowering sense of self and community and environment, and to have that flipped on its head entirely has been, I honestly don't really have the words, but to say that it has been vulgar is absolutely not an exaggeration. It has been very, very difficult. And the attacks on our students, on my friends, started immediately after. Within the first week of the October 7th attacks, an Israeli student was attacked himself for putting up flyers of images of the kidnapped and the killed by Hamas. So to say that this was an immediate correlation and result is absolutely accurate.
And anti-Semitism has billionaires bailing on Ivy League donations, and many coming out and actually boasting that they are now, quote unquote, proud to have never gone to an Ivy League university, if this is the kind of narrative they want to put on display. Do you think that this is hurting the credibility of the academic institutions from a long-term point of view, or simply this is all contextual, meaning it will blow over once the war is done?
I have to say, I have previously been of the mindset that when it comes to old, revered American institutions, like particularly those of the Ivy League, I used to think there was not really anything that could happen to really change that overall understanding and elite reverence, really. After seeing the results of the war, and as it has spread now to a war on campus, seriously, this is a psychological war, if nothing else, what we are experiencing on campus. I do not think that any part of this event or war of this magnitude can really blow over. With that being said, I think whether or not we are able to move on from this with a strong sense of positive closure is up to the universities and the administrations to decide. They absolutely have the power not to let this affect how others see our institutions and how we frankly see ourselves, but whether or not they choose to exercise that power to ensure this is really up to them.
And Noah, just briefly, how would you like the administration or the university itself to be combating anti-Semitism? What would you personally like to be seeing more done in terms of making sure that Jewish students feel safe on campus?
So what we have seen so far, as I believe, as a direct result of our press conference, which I'm very happy to say has given us a strong sense of a renewed sense of hope that I think is unique to the Jewish people. Honestly, we've seen right now, at least at Barnard College, we have a new task force that is explicitly combating anti-Semitism in the various forms it has now presented itself on campus. So that is something that we explicitly asked for, something we really wanted to see, and in order to feel the support is the add of financial and human resource support for the students who are feeling these attacks, myself included, and so I think the task force is absolutely the first step to that. So we are very glad to see that happen. And so what they end up doing after this is only to say this is just the first step. So this is not at all them, dusting off their hands and saying they've finished everything. This is just the first step.